It's clear you guys are not enjoying my new type of content, and you the guys don't want to see me read visual novels for 1 hour for some reason. So I guess for those people that actually wanted to see the whole thing and watch through the thing, we're gonna speedrun through this right now. So the game starts off the showing off Khazar, our enemies of Starnova. Firstly, we get to meet Maria, which is a drunk ass bitch. Then Maria sees Asami and she's trying to jump to take out her life. Maria is like, no, don't do it, you're too young and beautiful. And Sasami is like, huh? And then suddenly we don't know if she trips or not, but the scene ends at that. Boom, we are in the main protagonist room. Apparently our main protagonist is called Mr. Producer. Here we meet Aki, who's acting like a 12-year-old. Legal loli, by the way. Later we found out that Julie is even bigger of a bitch and is now abusing men to get money out of them. While we, the Mr. Producer, saw that and wanted to kick her, she offered to go on a date. Of course we couldn't resist that because we're men. Now we go on a date with Mika. She is an otaku and would refer to herself as a degenerate. She's also very shy. Now we go out on a bar drinking, and then Sasami invites us to go home. Producer-san, this is something only you're allowed to see. Sasha's Chan's biggest secret. The scene tries to tease you that this is a sex scene, but it's actually her just trying to get out her box from the shelf. We then find out that the leader of Khazar, our enemies, is the main protagonist in another visual novel that these developers have made. It's called Sunrider Academy. All the Starnova members are ready to handle out papers to first debut. It turns out really bad. Natsuki flashes her tits. Then for extra fame, we all go to a photographer that takes lewd swimwear pictures of us. Sasami gets reminded of when Mr. Producer saved her from a man trying to force her to do something she didn't want. So we're all just like relaxing, talking to this chick who is Nemo. She has the biggest breast size of all the other characters. But then suddenly she gets kidnapped. Later on we find out that she ran away from horror and that her parents are rich as fuck. Now Starnova is ready to perform their first debut, but they can't find Nemo. Suddenly Nemo comes storming in and we find out that she's a crazy ass psycho yandere bitch. But that's only one side of her. And we also die. But the death was just a joke by the developers. Now it's one day left before their debut, and they're all like panicking as hell. Because apparently they thought Nathan was dead. Nathan messaged the girl group and said that she was in hospital. When they came they thought she died, but in reality Nathan wasn't dead and she just scratched her knees a little bit. And now when we're performing, a lot of otaku fans caught our attention and now we have a bunch of weebs on our asses. And now it's vacation time and here we see the giant baiting episode. A giant fight breaks out of the girls who wants to be in the center because the center is the most attention, so you all see a giant nude fight in this shot, but I'm of course gonna censor this shit. Meanwhile, Khazar realizes that Starnova is becoming a big threat, so they send their 5th best member out to go and spy on them. Starnova is now in a TV show to get more popularity, with the 5th member of Khazar being there to of course spy on them. Julie is apparently really fucking stupid. She doesn't know anything except for the makeup and entertainment industry. So she gets sprayed and you get this, "Mama, I've been bukkaked on television." Really nice joke. Now it's Nathan versus the 5th member of Khazar in an 1v1 of who is the smartest. They have to answer questions. If they fail, they get bukkaked. They get glued on. Yeah, glued. Nothing else. Nathan of course fails, so we can have this crazy Gucci shot for all of us. The television ends in sorta success for Starnova. The Starnova members find out Julie's phone and apparently she has a lot of nudes on it and now they want to take nudes themselves as well, all of them. So they take a giant nude photo on Nathan's phone and then now it's meet and greet with the fans. Nathan then loses her phone and thinks where could it possibly be. The first suspect becomes one of Nathan's fans, Koyusuke. Later on we find out that Koyusuke does not have the phone and actually Mr. Producer, our main character, has the phone. Mr. Producer gives the phone back. It turns out to be Julie's birthday and now the whole squad is out drinking. Meanwhile Aki, who is totally not underage, is drinking her apple juice. And now Starnova is gonna go on a big concert. It later turns out that Starnova is gonna compete with Kassar on the big stage, not the small ones as they have planned. Yeah, Starnova sings their asses off on this concert. On the concert, they realized that nobody was paying attention to them and just looked down at their phones. Then they realized that their fans actually cared about them and they still kept singing no matter what. Then suddenly everybody loved the concert. After the concert, I found out they're in top 10 of best girl group. And of course, here comes the beach episode. All novels can't go without a beach episode. As you can see, everybody got their own fan service on a DVD. Now it's time to shoot all the movies where we choose the girls to have the movies with. And now we pick the center, aka pick the route we want. It looks like Asami is the exclusive character. Of course we choose this shy girl Mika because she's the most relatable to me. Now I have to tell all the other members that hey, Miku is your boss now. I'll bow before her. Then you get a nice beach picture. The next day, boom! Our CDs sold hard as fuck. Over 1 million views within a week. All DVDs sold out in 3 days. And now it's time for Mika's chapter. As Mika is in the center of Starnova, she now starts to take pictures to increase her popularity. But she's of course really shy. I'm gonna cry from this speech. Oh shit, my first decision. Let's watch the Black Opera anime. So I watched anime with Mika all the way till I passed out. Oh my god, Mika is putting on a cosplay. She looks like a totally other person. With the same personality though. Yeah, we're doing a live action adaptation which turns out to be some shitty, ecchi fan service shit. Basically like the Death Note live action adaptation. Damn, here comes a tentacle fan service shot. Woohoo! Basically a bunch of people argued to the director of the show that too much fan service, please, we need a real fucking live action adaptation, please. And he's saying, okay fine, you guys get a real live action adaptation, I don't care. Okay, one of the main actors just hurt their legs and had to be taken to the hospital, and now we need to replace the main actor with me. The producer. Well, put up your cosplay and start acting. Damn, look at this amazing shot. Now this is a good live action adaptation. Maybe even too good with those kinky chains. The shoot is over. Now it's Christmas. Oh my god, now she wants to kiss. And we just cucked her because I'm her producer and I can't do stuff like that. And now people are shit talking the movie that we casted in. And then Mika is in her state that it was a failure. Mika snoops around in the hate comments and finds a lot of bad hate comments about her. Koyosuke, the good old protector of Miku, tries to defend Miku. She gets so many haters telling her to die because of the fake articles that said that she had to rewrite the whole show. I'm gonna cry, man. Mika became so angry of all the hate comments and she became angry on herself, saying that she killed Night Song and she took one of the Night Song statues and smashed it across the wall. Then I came in and found out she broke the statue, and now we have a sex scene! After this sex scene, Mika realizes that she's just a human failure and changes her attitude to a more mature way. And she also realizes that people want her only for her body. Now she wants Mr. Producer's dick, and we have a choice to tell her that she should just be herself, no matter what people think. Or we could also accept her, which means that we probably get the sex scene that we want. Of course, we tell Mika that she should just be herself, and starts telling her that no matter what, we're here to support her. Mika starts crying in tears, and then we reach out for a kiss, and she becomes really happy and is back to her former self. Out of confidence, Mika now wants to do a concert live at the Black Opera. Mr. Producer and Mika is going down the alleyway, and then suddenly Mr. Producer hears a noise, which makes it so that he thinks that they're being stalked. Mr. Producer's telling Mika to get into a cab and drive to the hotel. Suddenly Mika gets a phone message saying that they know that Mika is about to go to the hotel and that they're gonna find her and she's gonna pay for her sins. The call ends. Mika calls the producer to know what's happening. And Mr. Producer tells Mika to come to his place. On her way to Mr. Producer's place, Mika meets the thugs. The thugs assault her, but Mr. Producer is right in time to save her. The concert begins and the thugs arrive at the concert to shit-talk Mika. Mika sees the thugs and becomes really scared. Mika decides to actually not let her fans down and decides to sing for the concert. Mika confesses in front of her fans that she loves anime and manga. The thugs run from despair and only the main thug is left. Mr. Producers finds out that this main thug is the one that vandalized Mika's house. Mika really had grown up into a wonderful idol. At first she was just an awkward, socially inept recluse armed with nothing but love for otaku culture. Gradually she learned to sing and dance and interact with people. And then the credits scene starts. And suddenly the credit scene juked us. And now Mr. Producer got the information that Starnova can no longer perform at the live house where they have been performing for a couple of months. It was all Kamiju's fault. He set it up for them. Now Starnova has no longer a theater to perform at. Mika saying that Kajimoto is just the final boss and now that they have to perform at Idol Grand Prix and win. Everybody says, yeah, we can do this, let's take down Kazar, the most popular industry. Everyone agrees and says, let's take down Kazar. Okay, credits, you can't juke me now. I know there will be story after this. Oh wait, what? Is this it? No Spales whales were harmed during the making of this game? What? Nani? Oh, 8 years later, okay, we're actually gonna have continuation. Okay, 4 years later, we will see everybody grown up. After 4 years, Mika and Mr. Producer is now in an official relationship. Mika became an actress after graduating from Starnova. We get a very happy sex scene here at the end, with a nice cat girl Mika. After the sex scene, we get to know that Mika still performs a little bit and she introduced the newest generation of Starnova on their grand shining stage. We get a nice please keep supporting us from now on ending. And that's the ending. There we go. No credits, just we are Starnova. Honestly, I'm not disappointed. Had to use tissue paper there. Not only for crying. Thank you guys for watching of 3 hours of footage into a 10-minute video. That's the power of editing.